John Liddle back for SWOSUathletics.com. Here this week with Kapena Olsen, starting safety for the Southwestern Oklahoma State Bulldogs, as SWOSU, after a very impressive performance against Henderson State last week, takes on Southeastern this week. And Kapena, that was a big challenge for you guys as a defense. In a lot of ways, no, you didn't get the win, but you rose to it in a lot of ways. What can you take out of that game?
I think, going into the game, we're hearing all these things about Henderson State, this, Henderson State, that, but they're coming to Weatherford, they're coming to the dog pound, and so we want to take it, upon ourselves as a defense that, hey, they gotta come through us to get this win. And then going through the week, we saw that different schemes would have worked, and we ended up coming up with a dime package, more defensive backs out there to cover their speed in the receiving core. So yeah, I think it was a tough test for us, but I'm pretty proud of the defense on all cylinders, and I thought we played 4 quarters tough, which it's good to see when you're going up against a tough opponent.
And Kapena, you over the last couple weeks have taken over as one of the leading tacklers on this team, double-digit tackles in the last few games. You get your head in a lot of plays from your safety position. Is that what the defense is designed to do, or is that more just your personality, your willingness to stick your nose in there?
I think it just goes back to what Coach Gibson instilled in us, is doing your 1/11th, having such a there's 11 guys out there, but you got to do your one job. And our mentality on the defense is swarm, and get to the ball in a hurry, with bad attitude. So I think it's kind of what I've instilled in my game so far this past couple of weeks.
And you're a transfer, a JUCO guy that came in, and when you came in, did you have a real thought that you could pick up the starting safety job in this defense, or did you kind of just dip your toe in the water and things just kind of worked out? How did that work out for you over the summer to have you step in there and be the starter?
Yeah, I think just as a competitor, you always you want to come in thinking that you're the guy that can do the job. And so yeah, when I came in here in the spring, a lot of guys out here that had talent, and just kind of getting down back to the basics and do the fundamental stuff that can put me to that starting role. So you got me to here, so I'm pretty proud of it.
Anything tough about adjusting to this defense here, or was it similar to what you had done in the past?
Yeah, so we pretty much run a 4-2-5 here, and I've never done that before. So a lot of our some of our coverages aren't the same on the front side to the weak side. So it's a lot of communication stuff, and on the back end, making sure that the front end we're all running the same coverages, and so a lot of that deals with me and Steve. I'll be on the same page. Absolutely,
and we're talking with Kapena Olsen here. Now you get a little bit of a different style offense this week against Southeastern. Really, they're pretty much a run-first team, but they do have a dual threat ability there, a pretty good quarterback in Polite. What's your thought about this offense for Southeastern, and what's going to take to stop them?
I think it just goes back to wanting to make offenses one-dimensional. So when it comes to first down, second down, third down, what are their tendencies, and what kind of packages are they bringing in, so we can adjust our personnel to best suit what we want to do as a defense. And then go back to one-dimensional. On third down longs. A problem we've been having lately throughout the season, getting off the field on third down. So I think that's something that we want to really establish this next game and these upcoming games in Oklahoma. So yeah, I think that's pretty much what we're going for.
And you bring up the third downs, and it hasn't seemed like it's been just one thing. It's not like, oh, they're just giving up long pass plays every time, or it's penalties every time. It's a penalty here, a pass play there, it's a post play penalty there. So what does that take? What kind of mentality does that take to make sure you finish there?
Yeah, it just goes back to digging down deep and looking around at the guys on the defense, saying that I'm going to do my job and make sure that they don't get this first down. And it's frustrating when it gets third down long in situations. We're playing such well defense that we get to these situations that are benefit for us, and we give up silly penalties here, missed coverages here, missed assignments, and it's something that when we go back to the defense room, we grade through in film, and you calculate those mistakes, and we just go back to day one of practice to eliminate those little things.
As far as Southeastern goes, they have several different running backs that they will use on Saturday. Is there any major difference between the kind of stable that they have back there, or are they pretty much trying to do the same thing in the offense?
Yeah, what I've seen so far is they have a pretty ground and pound guy, and then they have kind of like a shifty guy. So the shifty guys will get more carries, but the guy who's ground and pound, he's getting more of the yardage. So I feel like maybe they'll try to isolate some of those power eyes and ISO plays to get us to come down in the middle and maybe use that shiftier guy on the outside runs and sweeps and stuff to kind of out leverage us in certain situations.
So you're saying that you do have to be aware of which of those guys in the backfield. Check that number,
Definitely.
guess, before you play.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, just to make sure we know what we're going up against when we have a certain running back in the backfield. Yeah.
How have you felt about how the home side crowd has been this year? It seems like it's been a lot of fun for us in the booth. We see just a ton of people out there. It seems like those home stands have been filled every time. Is that something that you guys notice as a team?
Oh, definitely. And coming from public high school and the junior college life, it's not very glamorous. I mean, that's the most people I've ever played to get in front of. So it's really exciting. Get out there and hear the band and hear all the people and. You make a big play, or somebody makes a big play on the defense. The crowd roaring. Yeah, I mean, jacks you up and get you ready for that next play and that next big play, and hopefully it being you. So yeah, it's definitely an advantage to play at home and see see all the people you recognize out there in the stands. So yeah, it's a gratifying experience.
At 2-4, it's a tough record. You don't want to be 2-4 right now. Don't want to be 2 games below 500, but there's still a lot to play for, it seems, from the outside looking in. Play for a winning season. Play to sweep those teams in Oklahoma. Is that something that's still motivating you guys?
Oh, definitely. What we were talking about yesterday, going through the install day, is it's pretty much like a new season almost for us. At least on what we're expecting on the defensive side. We go into Oklahoma battles and we want to establish our dominance over the Oklahoma teams, and I feel like we can do that pretty easily on the defensive side of the ball if we can eliminate little mistakes and play SWOSU football defense. So yeah, I think these upcoming games coming through all Oklahoma schools, it's gonna be a battle for us. Of course it is, but I think we're up to the challenge, and yeah, I think we're gonna fire on all cylinders.
Kapena, appreciate your time. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Thanks. John Liddle back for a player profile with Cameron Nix, quarterback for the Southwestern Bulldog football team. He's been getting a lot of playing time for the Dogs this year as kind of a Wildcat-style quarterback. Cameron, appreciate your time very much. Thank you.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure and honor to be here.
Absolutely. It's been a journey for you, I'm sure. Coming out of Carnegie High School is a guy that had a just spectacular senior year and led the Wildcats all the way, I believe, to the state semifinals that year, right? So after that, you decide to come to SWOSU. Take us through your last few years as a Bulldog all the way back to your freshman year.
Coming into one of the main reasons I decided to come to SWOSU is I have so much family and friends here that definitely influenced my opinion. And coming in as a freshman, it was an eye-opening experience, as you can imagine. Coming from a school where I graduated with 28 students, it's funny, we have so many players coming in from the Dallas and Oklahoma City area, and Weatherford's such a shock to them. And for me, we have a Walmart and a McDonald's. That's really all you can ask for. So it was an eye-opening experience, no doubt. Coming in as a freshman, I learned a lot faster pace. I learned a lot from Stena, the starting quarterback at the time. And these past 2 years really just tried to, develop my skills to put me in a position to where I can help this team.
Was it always in your mind that my place on this team is as a quarterback? I'm sure when you look at a guy that's more of a running type quarterback or a Wildcat style quarterback, whatever you want to call it, you think, oh, maybe he's a slot receiver, maybe he's a safety, I don't know. But was it always in your mind, hey, I want to make the field and I want to make it as a quarterback?
Yes, I think so. Coaches have talked to me about possibly playing receiver, but we've talked about it, and I just felt it was best if I stay at quarterback.
Absolutely, and you've added a dimension to the offense that's been greatly needed this year, the ability to run the football out of these sets that you bring. Is it fun coming up with new ways to, or seeing Coach Day and Coach Hayda come up with new ways to use you on a week-to-week basis?
Oh, definitely. I think Coach Hayda, he enjoys it a lot. He's the things that he can come up with, he gets pretty excited about it, and it carries over to our team. You can definitely tell.
Absolutely, and when you look at one of the things you came up with last week, that shovel pass was really fun. It was surprising as well. The design of that play was really nice, but is it one of those that you were looking for, hoping that play would be called at some point?
Yeah, we set it up a lot. Yeah, I mean, we run the ball so much when I'm in the game, and set up that play action. The shovel part didn't win me a whole lot of points with the coaches, as you can imagine. But you know, it was a big play for us. It worked in what we wanted, to suck the defense in on the play action, and Bricker came open and made a big play for us.
Absolutely. And, you know, later on in the game, you got a big quarterback draw last week to get you guys down inside the green zone there, and then it got called back. And that was, man, just kind of it seems like the key play of the game to me, because you guys are trying to drive for the game-tying score, and it just didn't quite work out. Fairly demoralizing at that moment for you?
It's a momentum swing, no doubt, to make a big play on a 3rd and long, to get the first down, have it called back, and set yourself up in a 3rd and even longer. It did have a lot of momentum on the game, and I think that really was a crucial point in the game.
We're talking with Cameron Nix, a quarterback for the SWOSU Bulldogs football team. Won't say the quarterback because you know you're rotating in there no matter who's in the ball game. But what is unique about practice for you? Because you've just got this whole different set or grouping of plays that you run basically to the exclusion of all the other guys. So what's practice like for you on a weekly basis?
It is it is different. As a competitor, you want the team to win. You know, that's your ultimate goal. And whether you're starting, you know, or running in on certain situations, you know, you want to be able to just do your job to the best of your ability and to get your team the best opportunity to win. And that's the mentality I try and go forward at it.
You know, with the offense having a year where you know you're looking for that to solidify that offense, you're looking to for some continuity, for some flow on a week-to-week basis. How much have you guys talked about? I guess just coming together as a unit. You know, just really trying to figure out a way. I guess find a way, because it hasn't come easy for you on the offensive end this year.
We've had a lot of struggles this year, but I feel like our offense is a really close family. You know, and Henderson was I feel like a turning point for us. You know, we managed the ball better. We limited turnovers, and I think that's what kept us in the game, kept the defense off the field, who's been playing exceptionally well. And I think that's hopefully we can continue on that, and that'll hopefully help us in these upcoming games.
I love that point there. Now, talking about you a little bit personally, you know, you being a local guy, you know, you don't have to go quite as far to, you know, go back home like some of these California guys, like you're saying, or even the Dallas-Fort Worth type guys. So what do you like to do for fun? Who do you hang out with? You know, what kills your free time that you have?
Hunting and fishing, you know. I'm a typical small town kid. Those are what I like to do, pass the time.
Absolutely. Is that just one of those things instilled in you from an early age, being from Carnegie?
Oh, I definitely think so. You know, small town roots.
All right.
That's where I get it from.
Absolutely. What's your favorite place? Your favorite peaceful place to go hunting or fishing? Is there just a place, a fortress of solitude that you go to, so to speak, for yourself?
Definitely back home on the farm. You know, that's where I grew up. That's my place.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, as far as other things that occupy your time, any big friends on the team? Anybody that you like to hang out with?
My roommate Zane Trammell, we're pretty close, and Connor Bays. You know, I got a lot of friends on the team. My the class that I came in with, we're really close, and I think that's really going to help us in these years to come. You know, as we become the upperclassmen. You know, to have a tight knit group that'll benefit the team.
Yeah, have you around for 3 years already and still a couple more years to come. What are you concentrating on here at SWOSU? What are you trying to come out with?
School and football. I'm a pre-med biology major, so between those two, it keeps me pretty busy.
Absolutely it does. So what's in the future for you there, or is it one of those things, well, when I get there, I'll let you know?
I have a pretty set plan. I want to graduate here, obviously, after my years of football are done, and then go on to medical school at the University of Oklahoma.
Absolutely. And what are you looking to do once you obtain that degree?
My goal is to be an anesthesiologist, graduate from there with that degree.
Excellent, excellent. Well, Cameron, hey, thanks so much for taking the time. We really appreciate it. Enjoying what you're doing on the field this year, and enjoy having you around at SWOSU even more. Thanks so much.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. That
is Cameron Nix, Bulldogs quarterback, as SWOSU looks to defend that home field this week, coming up against Southeastern Oklahoma State. The first time in 5 years that Southeastern has made a trip to SWOSU. So you want to make sure to make it out on Saturday afternoon. That is a 2 o'clock kickoff. Hey, if you can't make it to the game, we are going to be broadcasting it on 95.5 The Coyote. 1 o'clock pregame show, 2 o'clock kick there. For Cameron Nix and also Kapena Olsen, John Liddle for SWOSUathletics.com.